What's going on, guys? I wanted to do a little 5 second and talk to you guys about an incident that happened to me a few months back. I got bit in the face. I got 40 stitches, and it was operator error. So things happen in protection work, and I just wanted to go through that real quick with you and talk about the incident where I got bit in the face and ended up getting 40 stitches. I'm alive. Thank God that I'm here. But things can happen, and they happen rapidly.
Get that bear man! Good man! Good! Atta boy! Good man! Good man! Good man! I got it.
What's going on? Today we're going to talk about an incident that very serious. I apologize to my family for a scare that in training. But recently we were doing training. We had a lot of dogs out, and we had a handler. He's not he's certified, so he's not like a regular somebody who's trying to get their dog training. But recently we were doing training. We had a lot of dogs out, and we had a handler. He's not he's certified, so he's not like a regular somebody who's trying to get their dog trained. So he's gone to school for months for this, and during training he released his leash to where it was really loose, and the dog was able to tag me in the face. So when you're training with dogs, the handler always has to have control of the dog, um, for the safety of everybody around them in a decoy. When they make loose leashes, things happen and the dogs react. And the dog by far, no far, was a vicious dog. He just was responding in training, and the handler was being a spectator versus being a handler. So those things happen. They often happen when you have education and training, but you don't have experience, so that you haven't seen. And when I say experience, you haven't seen what can go wrong in training when you're being very relaxed and not being um, reactive to training, and you're just saying, well, because I got a certificate, I know everything, and then other people can get injured by it. So, and pretty much in a nutshell, the dog got me on the face. Uh, I don't know if you can really see it, um, but I'll put a picture up here so you can. And then I had a big gash here, a big hole in my mouth. Went to one hospital and they couldn't stop the bleeding, so I bled probably for about 35 to 40 minutes. Then I went to another hospital and they were able to stop the bleeding, clean everything out, and get me out of there. So that was that. And then and put stitches on. Instead of plastic surgery there to do that, they put stitches on. And then as I was leaving and we were heading out, I basically crashed, and I didn't know it. And my wife and the other trainer, my friend who was there, a really good friend, were able to get me back in there, and I woke up again, and they revived me and got me going. And but typically, again, like I said, in training, things happen. I'm not mad at the dog. I'm not mad at the trainer. He knows now that a certificate does not carry his weight as a trainer. He has to earn that through experience and safety of other people. So, 10 years of training, I've never got tagged like this. I've got little hits sometimes from inexperienced handlers, but I've never got really fully tagged, so that helped out a whole lot with managing the whole situation. So again, you know what I mean. I will be out for a while, so don't be mad at me. I have to recover. I have to get on my medication. I have to recover. If your dog is training with me, your dog is going to get trained. Okay, they will get trained. So don't worry about that portion. Your dog is going to get trained. You got to give me time to recover. And then once I'm recovered, we'll get back in there, we'll train again, and we'll go over some safety tips for you so that you can be aware of what your surroundings is and how you're handling your dog. And like I said, again, 9 times out of 10, if it's someone who's just starting protection training, handling the dog, they're pretty good. It's always the people who think that they've been doing this for years and they don't have to respect the leash and respect the dog, and they can just do whatever, and then people get injured. So luckily it was for me. I'm glad it was me and it wasn't anyone else. That would have been horrific. And again, you know, dog training is, especially protection dog training, is the highest level of training you can do. And it's when you get people that seem to know everything, don't want to listen to criticism, and and then they're always trying to basically show themselves off and not really understand what they're doing, people get injured. So I'm going to go to sleep. I got bit in the face by a dog during training, and I will tell you this: if you aspire to be a protection dog trainer or a decoy trainer or a sport dog trainer that deals with dogs biting you, you are going to get bit. It's not if, it's when. The point of it is that when you get bit, you don't want it to be in a major artery or somewhere that's going to kill you. All right. So about 6 months ago in September, I was doing protection work. We had a dog in a bite box, and human error, the dog was able to reach me and tag me in the face. I ended up having to get 40 stitches, and during that whole situation, I had to go to Liberty Memorial, where when I got there, I was fine. My whole face was wide open, but what they did was they added pressure to the wound, which started it bleeding. And when they started to bleed, they couldn't stop it from bleeding. So I lost a lot of blood by the time I made it to Savannah, and they were able to stop the bleeding, and plastic surgeon was able to stitch me up and get me better again. But a lot of people think that this thing is a joke. They think that protection dog training, they're not called attack dogs, they're called protection dogs, because we don't send them to attack people. They're defensive to protect us. And in this training thing, things can go wrong. It can be equipment error, it could be handler error, it could be decoy error. Things happen. So, as long as you understand that when you start to veer into this kind of career, you'll be fine. And again, it's, you can plan to never get bit, but it's going to happen. You might get bit on the arm, you might get bit on the, on the leg. It's going to happen. You don't want to get bit in the throat. You don't want to get bit in the major artery in your thigh. So, again, this is real stuff we deal in. I didn't talk about this for a while. I waited till things settle down. And to go back into the whole situation of why I got bit and how I got bit, because a lot of people thought I got bit and I was laying on the ground, dog was attacking me. It didn't happen that way. The dog was in a bite box. He snapped and he got me in the face, and he ripped out a chunk of part of my face. So, and then a lot of people, when they'll ask about protection dog training prices, they'll say, "Oh, that's so expensive. For my dog to attack you and bite you, learning how to defend me, and it's a possibility you can get really injured doing this work." Those prices exist for a reason. It's a dangerous job we're doing. Every time that we're taking a bite from a dog as a decoy trainer, we're putting our lives at risk. We're doing that as a dummy to help your dog learn how to do protection work. So we want to charge that fee. I think my hospital bill somewhere now is up to like $3,500 that I'm paying on for the stitches and all the pain medication and the ambulance and all that stuff. So yeah, we want to charge you
So we're compensated for the torture we're about to go through. So again, like I said, I mean, I know a lot of people don't understand that theory, but we're asking a dog to bite us viciously and maim us. And we don't want to do that for $100. You know, we don't want to get injured where we can't take care of ourselves for pennies on the dollar. We just don't want to do it. So again, this is a dangerous thing to be doing, and you should be careful when you're out here pursuing this. You want to make sure that all your equipment is top notch. The people that you're working with understand what you're doing and how they're handling the dog. You want to be sure that you don't have any distractions while you're doing this, especially with rookie dogs, so that you're safe and then they're safe, because dogs redirect. So protection dog training is very dangerous and it's very expensive when things go wrong. And you know, again, you know, we charge a fee because of what damages that can happen to us. The people who charge a small fee for protection dog training probably haven't seen a real protection dog. They've probably been playing with some dogs in play drives, so they haven't really experienced a dog at its most finest hour of being aggressive. Also too, with that said, you're talking about dogs that are like really want to hurt you. They really want to destroy you. So there's a whole lot involved in there. When you start talking about protection dogs, you got to be careful. And then the people that you surround yourself with when you're doing this stuff, if you know that their level of understanding protection work is really minimum and is really driven into imagination, and they absolutely know nothing about dogs, you definitely want to be careful with those type of people. I see a couple of videos on YouTube and they think they know everything about dogs, and bam, you're going to be in a world of trouble once they release that leash, or they drop it, or they're not paying attention. The dog goes right up and bites you in the face. So you want to be careful with those type of people. But again, protection dog training is legit, it's serious, it's dangerous, and you can get injured at any point in time doing this. So when people ask me about training their protection dog, you damn right, I'm going to charge you top dollar, because my life is on the line every time I take a bite from your dog. So if you think that my fees are high, then you need to go find someone who's trying to learn how to do it, and possibly might mess your dog up and give you some bad advice. But if you come to me, I'm charging you top dollar. All right, if I got to make a hospital trip, I'm going to have the money to pay for it. So, you know, again, I didn't talk about this for a while, but I'm talking about it now. And I just wanted you guys to know protection dog training is the real deal. It's hard work. It's painful. I'm getting old. I'm 44. So I won't be doing this forever. And it wears on your body. And it's hard to find good people that really understand dogs and work in this atmosphere. So I just wanted to put that out to you guys and let you guys know what happened back in September, so that you guys are aware of the whole situation. That's my dogs again going off. So they can hear me talking over here, and they want me to come back there in the field with them, which I understand. I love y'all too. I love y'all too. I love y'all too. We're going to be doing a lot of training with them soon. Now we got our fence up. They can't hop the small fence, so we're going to be doing a lot of training with them. So you guys are about to see a lot of training videos with Shepherd's doing a lot of amazing stuff. Inside our training area, you're not going to see no beginners. You're going to see some seniors and some veterans doing some really amazing dog training stuff. So you guys stay tuned. I wanted to put that out there. I wanted to get a little story time with you and let you know dog training is real business. It's legit. I'm Madison Bell. Y'all have a good one.